An Alabama judge who handles domestic relations cases has been removed from office after being accused of inappropriate behavior. On Friday, the Alabama Court of the Judiciary issued the order removing Nakita Blocton from her position as a circuit judge in Jefferson County. The panel said Blocton made derogatory comments about staff and other judges and used fake social media accounts to communicate with people in the case. Blocton's attorney, Emory Anthony, told a local news outlet on Friday that Blocton could choose to appeal the ruling.
Well. Look what we have here. Look what we have here. Another example of the pendulum swinging the other way in politics. Like I tell you, it always happens, right? It always happens. Reap what you sow. Politics is a double-edged sword. And the reason why I'm saying that is because today we have a story about a judge who happens to be black, an Alabama judge, and she's probably a little psycho, right? She's probably a little psycho. And she has been removed from the bench after saying all types of derogatory slurs and hateful things. Not in her own private life, I believe she did in this story, but also directly to her colleagues. Now, this comes as the Michelle Odenay story has potentially gone viral, right? The story about the white judge, whom is in Louisiana, literally the same area of the country. There are calls to have her removed from the bench because she said the N-word, right? Now, she said the N-word with the hard ER while a burglar, who again was black, was trying to break in her house, and she was watching the security footage of that happening, right? She said the N-word. People got outraged by that, right? They got hurt. They was triggered. They said that she should resign, right? The NAACP, you had all types of people going on TV. Oh my God, she gotta resign. She gotta go. I'm so hurt by the N-word. Now, here's the thing. While I do agree that, you know, from a moral perspective, she should resign, because judges should be held to the highest standard, and her using the N-word and hard ER like that, I understand the situation where she was probably pissed and reflecting how she felt about an individual. Her using that word is reasonable to assume that she has a racial bias. And when people have actual reason to believe that, right, like a legitimate reason and evidence, that basically undermines the sovereignty and the integrity of the criminal justice system, right? So just from a practical perspective, anybody that shows up to her court, she's the judge, they're gonna automatically say that she's biased, right? And that just makes it not possible for her to actually do her job anymore, right? So she's gonna have to resign. And one more thing about the whole Michelle Odenay thing, something disturbing that I am seeing is that her sons are being punished for saying the N-word, or one of her sons at his college, in regards to being removed from, like, I don't know, one of his sports teams or something like that, because he was in the video saying it. Now, I don't agree with that, right? I don't agree that you should be removed from your sports team because you said the N-word with hard ER. I don't even think you should be fired from your job, right? If you're in corporate America, for using the N-word with hard ER in your own personal life, in your own home. Again, I think it's different for judges, right? Because for judges, you have to be held to the highest of standards, okay? I just want to make that clear. It's a special case because she's a judge. Just like with this case right here, this person being removed, forcefully removed, it seems it's right because she was doing this on the actual job, right? She was actually doing it on the job. And again, because she's a judge that's supposed to be held to the high standard. She's out here labeling her colleagues racial slurs, right? Uncle Toms, calling them fat, you know what, and heifers, right? All types of crazy stuff. This woman right here is insane. And in my opinion, this story right here is much worse than the Michelle Odenay story. And this judge right here has probably ruined more people's lives than the judge that used the N-word. And guess what? You ain't heard anything from the NAACP about it, right? Up at this point. Well, why is that? Because they don't care, right? They simply only care when it's, you know, racism against black people or perceived racism. Okay, but when it comes to a black judge who seems to be saying racist things to other black people, right, and also saying some racist things against white people as well too, crickets, right? Silence. But hey, let's read here. A black Alabama judge has been removed from the bench after reportedly referring to colleagues as Uncle Tom, fat, you know what, and a heifer, according to a complaint. Jefferson County Judge Nakita Blocton, 44, was also ordered to pay the cost of the proceeding after the complaint was filed in May, saying she made inappropriate comments to 2 judges and 2 employees. The judge, who is married and has 1 daughter, reportedly called one judge Uncle Tom and a fat you-know-what, and an employee a heifer. She also reportedly called another employee, but the specific term she used was not revealed in court documents. The former judge also reportedly stalked litigants during court cases and messaged witnesses to delete evidence. She allegedly created fake aliases on Facebook to contact litigants to influence their testimony. Okay, so this is just a unbelievable abuse of power. Okay, and I want you guys to compare. Why the hell have we not heard about this? But we're hearing about a white judge using the N-word. I want you guys to think about that. This judge right here, who's a black woman, is abusing her power, not just at work, but also out of work, right? Stalking litigants, okay, and messaging witnesses to delete evidence, allegedly. But the New York Times ain't saying nothing about that. Mainstream media didn't say anything about that. Nobody's talking about that. But a white judge that says the N-word goes viral? Again, these are the times that we're living in, guys. These are the times that we're living in. Unbelievable. The court document said Blocton had a pattern of abuse towards staff and that she allegedly attempted to cover up her abuse by forcing employees to let her see their private cell phones and work logins so evidence could be deleted. This woman's on a power trip, bro. A power trip. Yeah, she crazy. I can just tell by the way she looks. She cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I wonder who her husband is. I wonder who he is. God bless his soul, man. Matter of fact, here's a picture of her husband. Right? Get a load of this guy. He look like a simp. This guy doesn't exactly look black. Right? He look like he might be white. Okay? He might be mixed. I don't know, man. He definitely don't look fresh off the boat from Africa. Right? And this is the same person sitting here calling another black judge Uncle Tom, but yet you're married to a man who looks to be white. Right? It's always the ones that speak the loudest, right? The ones that always got the most to say about somebody else trying to appease the white man, always married to the white folks, right? Ain't it funny how that works? Which I have no issues with personally. Marry who you want to marry, but don't try to judge other people for doing that or calling them Uncle Toms because they happen to, I don't know, hang out with white people or agree with certain issues, I guess are more conservative in nature and stuff like that. You know what they use that word for, right? They use that to describe all black people that ain't in line with the Democrat Party and the liberal / woke agenda, right? I'm just saying, okay? They say they're anti-black, but in my opinion, again, you can't be married to somebody that's white but trying to call other people terms like Uncle Tom. To me, it just don't make sense. Judge Blocton also ordered employees to allow her to see their private cell phones so that information that might be relevant to the commission's investigation could be deleted, and she instructed them to provide to her their private logins information to their work computers. The court documents of the panel's decision read. It was also reported that she made her employees work excessive, unproductive, and unnecessary hours to quote-unquote intimidate them. Additionally, Judge Blocton made her employees work unreasonable hours, including excessive, unproductive, and unnecessary late nights and weekends, and she made repeated threats to fire employees in an attempt to intimidate them, the complaint states. The document also said Blocton used Facebook aliases to contact litigants directly through her cases, where she allegedly asked potential witnesses to delete evidence to influence testimony. Wow. Again, talk about power trip. Again, worse than anything I've heard from Michelle Odenay, right? This is way worse than some white judge saying the N-word with a hard ER, right? Objectively. This behavior included Judge Blocton's use of Facebook aliases to communicate directly with litigants and to provide information to litigants in cases, asking potential witnesses to delete evidence relevant to the commission's investigation, and attempting to influence the testimony of witnesses or potential witnesses in this matter. The document says a complaint against her details alleged aliases Linda Schneider and Camellia Williams and Jennifer Foster that were used from August 2020 to target 2 people in a divorce case she was handling. Wow. This woman's a psychopath. The complaint adds, these communications are voluminous, consistent of hundreds of pages of conversations, and contain confidential information that will only be known by Judge Blocton or someone acting in her direction. Beginning last August, either Blocton or someone working on her behalf used fake Facebook accounts to harass a litigant who complained about her behavior, according to the charges. One of the message said, because you have prophesied when I did not send you, and because you caused my people to believe in a lie, you and your descendants will be punished. The main complaint said. Wow. Another is said to have read, false prophet, how much is your white judge paying you? Blocton is also said to have disfavored certain lawyers and showed signs of drug use. It also alleges Blocton has been under the influence of medication in her chambers that cause erratic behavior, and that she made staffers take diet pills to pep them up after long nights at work. Hold on. Right. Wasn't Michelle O'Day talking about how she was under sedatives, right? That's why she was saying the N-word, and she remember that she was saying it. What's up with these judges being on these meds, right? Are these judges, or a lot of these judges, low-key pill addicts, right? Low-key drug addicts, right? Is there a disturbing trend going on here? She is said to have prescription pills, including amphetamine. The complaint adds, these pills created behavior changes in Judge Blocton while she was performing her judicial duties, including but not limited to becoming hyper-talkative and hyper-somnolent, exhibiting paranoid behavior, and expressing a belief that the commission or someone at her direction is going to kill her. Judge Blocton has also consistently stayed at the courthouse overnight, presumably trying to work, and has told others that she does not sleep for days at a time. Anthony denied that Blocton abused drugs and forced anyone to take medication. She had a delay on her docket because of COVID-19 and is dealing with the deaths of her father and grandfather, her lawyer said. There's always an excuse. Always an excuse. The 9-judge panel also decided that Blocton violated 8 canons of judicial ethics, including failure to uphold integrity, decorum, and engaged in a pattern of dishonesty and deception. Blocton is reportedly weighing her options, with her attorney, Emory Anthony, telling Law and Crime, quote, we are trying to keep her on the bench, and we were disappointed they removed her from the bench. If the complaint wasn't a legal document, it would be a liable lawsuit, Anthony had previously said. Usually, I wouldn't make a statement when dealing with the Judicial Inquiry Commission, but these allegations are so embarrassing. We hope at the proper time we'll have the right to defend these allegations and show that they're not true. This is just out of left field. All right. So, yeah, I mean, what can you say? Right? What can you say? But again, my main takeaway from this is, besides the fact this woman is absolutely insane and probably shouldn't be a judge considering all these allegations, look at how little press this story has gotten. And this story has been going on for a while versus the Michelle O'Day story, right? A story in which she said the N-word, okay, and it's bad that she said it, and especially the way that she said it, and it definitely, you know, can indicate that she may have some biases, but we don't have proof. We don't have any proof that she has been biased in her decisions, right? Or racially biased. We don't have any proof. We have basically proof here, right? We have some actual legitimate evidence and things to suggest this judge is not just biased, but she is absolutely crazy and she's abusing her power. But because she's a black woman, this story got nowhere near mainstream media, right? It stayed a local news story up until now, and it probably won't get much bigger than this. Okay, it just goes to show you what our society actually values and what we actually care about when it comes to this stuff. A judge is a judge. This judge right here, in my opinion, is a lot worse. Now, if I was a criminal, right, I would definitely distrust this judge, this black woman judge, more so than I would distrust Michelle O'Day, right, for using the N-word. I'm just saying. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.